Well, hello, I'm Jeremy McKee, and welcome to Prime Time. This is our 35th episode, and we're going to be talking to Stanley Clowney. And I'll tell you what, it's an interesting man. He's got some things going on and restaurants going here and there, and he's got a brand new one coming. We're going to talk about that and talk about menus and a little bit of everything. This is a hard-working man and his wife. I know she's on the background, works silent partner in the background. Right. That's what my wife says she is. And so we're going to have a lot of things going on. And you can got any questions? You can also call 864-441-9382. Call in live, and you want to ask him a question about the new restaurant or what's on the menu or anything comes to your mind. You're going to find out he's got a lot he'll talk to you about. Well, I'm Jeremy McKee, and we're going to go and listen to Keepsake Jewelers. That's right. You go and get that jewelry that you always wanted. Keepsake Jewelers in Union.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
All right, we're back. We're going to, let me do a couple little things here before I get, oh, here we go. I just had to do a little clicking and saving. All right, we're back, and I'm going to get my pretty face off here and get someone better looking than me. You can see me every day. Stanley, how you doing?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Doing great.
I'm good. I'm good.
Now, Stanley, have you lived in Lockhart all your life, or just in Union County all your life, or?
I'm originally from Lockhart, and born and raised, but stayed in Union County pretty much all my life. When I met my wife in 2006, we moved to Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, I got to ask, how'd you meet your wife? That's an interesting story in itself.
Everybody asks me that question. How did I meet Miss Stephanie? Miss Stephanie actually attended college with my younger sister, Sade. And I guess we can say Sade kind of introduced us. So that's how I met her. They were at Francis Marion together in college, and that's how I met my beautiful wife.
Oh, great, great. Now, you have several businesses that. What was one of your first business that you got into, and who was a mentor or someone that led you on that path of that you want to start your own business? Because that's a big challenge in itself.
Yeah, right. I think mentor-wise, I think for me, I can speak for a lot of young guys. that was coming up in the late 80s, early 90s. I think Mr. Keenan was my biggest inspiration. Modest Keenan.
Okay.
Yep, that was my first real job. I think I was maybe in the 6th grade.
In the 6th grade, you went to work?
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Your parents were tough.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing to do, when you was a young guy coming up, Mr. Modest, he just opened the door for anybody. If he seen you trying, he would just give you a shot. And I just knew how to cut hair. And he gave me a shot. And from 6th grade until I graduated high school.
So you were cutting hair
Yep.
at that young age?
Yep, I worked at Keenan's Barbershop. Yep, and that was the first time I ever been around, somebody that looked like me that I can relate to that owned his own business. And I fell in love with that.
Wow, well, gosh, when I was that age, I was going around with a wheelbarrow collecting these bottles, and got 1 cent a piece for them.
Well, we was charging $6 a haircut back then, so it was about the same thing.
Well, my first haircut that I can remember as a child growing up is they give me a quarter to go down to this man's house. He had a barber, not really a barber shop. He had a barber chair in his basement. And I was scared to death of that man because he was missing 2 fingers.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking in my mind, he got somebody's hair, he got his fingers. But I found out probably about 3 years ago that he actually shot his fingers off accidentally with a shotgun.
So it didn't have nothing to do with the razor.
Oh, but I was scared to death. Now, did he show you how to cut the hair?
Oh, well, I knew how to cut. I used to cut all the guys' hair in my neighborhood on Hillside. And I remember bringing one of my cousins and a couple of my buddies up there. And I just started cutting hair. And they gave me a shot, and he gave me some tools, and the rest is history. I just had an entrepreneur mindset ever since, So.
Did everybody have the same type of haircut, or did you do some fancy?
Oh, well, back then when I started in the 90s cutting hair, a lot of the guys were doing the comb through, and we was doing the high top fades, and a lot of guys were getting the what you call them, the bantus, and they were still putting the chemical in the hair and getting the curls. So I mean, we had to learn that stuff. We had knew how to do a relaxer, and had to know how to cut hair and keep your tools sanitized. So it was a learning experience.
Did you coming out of that experience there? Did you go to college to learn more, or is this what I call the old school is that you learn out in the world?
Yeah. So for me, I was supposed to go to the military. Believe it or not, wanted to go to the Air Force. Me and a buddy of mine, and my buddy, he ended up going to Air Force. Made a great career. For me, I guess it wasn't in the cards. I was just an entrepreneur from day one. I love to do stuff on my own. I learned from just experience.
Right. Now, were you working in the barbershop with the guy who's teaching you how to cut hair or letting you learn that way? What was your very first business that you opened up? Was it a barbershop, or would you go with another?
No, very first business was Fresh Seafood on Main for me in 2015. That was my very first legit business, was Fresh Seafood on Main.
Now, I've got to ask this. I know you had Lockhart River down there, and you probably did some fishing there too, but what, in your mindset to me, I'm thinking barbershops, man, you have a chain of barbershops around, but fish. What got you interested in having fresh fish?
Well, I think it was, number one, I saw a need in the market. I wanted to open a restaurant then in 2015, but as you said, I just felt that we had enough restaurants here in town at that time. It was kind of saturated.
Right.
And I wanted to do something different and bring something different to the market. So, the seafood market for me it was a no-brainer. We didn't have any competition, but most importantly, this vision was gave to me. You know, it's just something that I asked for. I asked God for it, and he blessed me with it. Like I can't even explain it. He just blessed me with this place.
Well, I've been in there several times, but I think it's neat to see how you guys laid out with the ice and the fish and all this stuff here. But did you have to teach yourself on how to buy the? I know you got people that sells fish that you have to go buy. I don't know where you buy fish at. I mean, yourself at, but that you don't get buffaloed. I mean,
Right.
You got a lot of guys that open his trunk up and say, "Hey, I got fish over here."
Right. So the backstory behind Seafood on Main, I was just fortunate. Like I said, I was just fortunate. I have one of my partners, Jacoby McCullough. Shout out Carolina Seafood, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Anytime you're in Rock Hill, stop by 2003 Cherry Road, Carolina Seafood. So Jacoby, he started before I did. We had a mutual friend, which is now my business partner, Raheem Marshall. He introduced us. So in 2015, when it was time for me to get set up in Union, I mean, we were pretty much already plugged in. We probably had, at that particular time, about 15 years under our belt. So with fish distributors, equipment, people, I mean, you name it, it was already in place. The only thing I had to do was just find the building.
Oh, okay. So you really went in as experienced and not just haphazardly.
There you go.
Because I know that there used to be a couple restaurants in that same building.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Used to be
And-
Old Two Bowls.
Right, and it didn't last.
Right.
And I always wondered, you know, what's going in there, and but now you used to have where they can come in and sit and eat. Now what made you change that right there?
Well, when we first opened in 2015, the business model was a fresh seafood market, but I had a full kitchen in the back. So I love to cook. So once I got in the kitchen and I started playing around with the seafood and we locked in the recipe and the people just responded to it and they loved the recipe. So it was more the community pushing me more toward a restaurant than I wanted to be, but it was just the demand for the recipe. So, you know, that's what kind of switched our business model into a restaurant.
So you have your kind of like Kentucky Fried Chicken and their secret recipe.
Right. Right.
So you have your own secret
There you go.
ingredients there.
Yes,
Well, I
sir.
know you got such a wide variety of fish, and you know most people think, well, fish. You come in, you got your flounder, you got this right here, but you've got other kind of, I call them exotic fish.
Yes. Mhm.
Do you take a trip to like Charleston or anywhere like that to look at some of the fish that comes in on the boats, or do you? How do you? Because of just laying out there fresh.
Right. What's our process? So a lot of people don't know, like we're here in Union, South Carolina. We basically don't have any water other than Broad River. But the significant part about the way we're structured and set up in Union County, Fresh Seafood on Main, we get 2 seafood deliveries twice a week. So we order on Wednesday, delivery on Thursday. We order on Saturday, delivery on Monday. So 95% of our seafood comes from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and Rocky Point, North Carolina. So we deal with probably around about the 3rd largest seafood distributor on the East Coast. So like I said, we just been fortunate and blessed to have these type of relationships. And, you know, we just blessed to have this type of service here in Union. You think about it. You come in on Wednesday. You have a big dinner on Friday evening. You need 3, 4, 5 pounds of mahi-mahi. You may need a pound of halibut, or you may need some grouper, you know, something more exotic. You can come in on Wednesday, let me know. I can have it here in Union on ice on Thursday.
Wow.
Like that in itself is just significant in itself.
That's amazing to me because here this little
Right.
union's got something just so
It's unique
great here. we're going to come back in just a minute. It's 15 now after it's time for our sponsor. And come back, I want to ask you, what kind of fish? Tell me what kind of fish you got in there, because you got something that I can't pronounce. and I'm going to ask you about the lobster even.
Right.
So we'll be right back right after this message from Keepsake Jewelry.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
All right, we're back, and we're talking to Stanley Clowney and about seafood on Main restaurant that's won a award actually from Restaurant Guru. Is that, am I correct with that?
Yeah, it's about 3 years in a row now.
Yeah, I mean that's a big accomplishment. Now, I was going to ask you, what type of fish do you have, and do you have where someone has some kind of particular fish, like do you get lobster from Maine, or do you have this that they can order from you? I know you can certain things, but what are some of the fish that you have there that people maybe not even know you have?
Right. So we carry a good bit of seafood. As far as bone-in fish, we try to stick to what sells in our market. I can tell you our most popular is going to be red snapper, hands down. We sell a ton of red snapper. We sell a ton of Florida brim. Porgy, it's like a northern brim. So a lot of my up north people, Baltimore, Maryland, New York, they buy porgy, where we buy brim down south. So it's like a little balance.
Which one's better?
To me, it just all depends. Porgy is a more dense meat with more finer bones, where Florida brim is more pungent with broader bones, bigger bones.
Oh, okay.
So it just all depends what type of texture and how you want to pick your bones.
Now, if someone wants, say, or fish, and they want it filleted, can you do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we fillet, butterfly. I mean, whatever type of cut you want on your meat, we can do that. But like I said, we offer a great array. I mean, from dressed catfish, even mullet. Like a lot of people, my older crowd, and I love them, man, I love them to death. My older crowd, they go crazy over the croaker, the mullet, the pork and stuff that they haven't eaten, I mean, since, in years, since they were kids.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just makes me feel good that we can provide that service. And they can come in, every first of the month, get their mullet, get their shrimp, and they don't have to go to Spot to do that now. So,
and that's a great asset. Now my wife, she loves catfish.
Catfish, yep, that's a good seller.
And do you get? People ask us, do you get the local catfish or? I don't know if I'd eat the local.
So the reason why we go through a distributor, these guys, they go out, that's their job. These guys, they go out on the ocean, they battle the element and they fish. And that's what they do for a living. They come in and, they try to, bring us back the best prices, and that's why I can offer, some of the better pricing in Union, because I deal direct.
Right.
I deal direct with the fishermen, not like I go through a third party vendor, and we getting a lot of frozen product. Like our stuff literally comes in, on ice weekly. Even the blue crab, the fresh oysters, we get in, they come in burlap sacks, still have sand in them. We have to wash them down. So, yeah.
So, is it certain seasons that fish? I mean, I don't know. I know we got, different seasons for other meats and things.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was different seasons because, there's a mass ocean out there.
Yes. And that's something that, we have to deal with in the fresh market. Just the overall, just business economics, global warming plays a huge part in, our pricing. A lot of people don't pay that stuff any attention, but once I got into the seafood business, like I really really have to pay attention to stuff like that. Fuel prices, prices fluctuate. I mean, they fluctuate weekly, sometimes daily. Prices fluctuate.
Most people ought to know that just by the gasoline.
Right.
Because you got to get it transported.
Right,
Here.
right.
Do you have any fresh tanks that you put fish in? I know if I go to Red Lobster, I see the lobster, around
Right,
there.
you pick your own lobster. Well, we have a lobster tank. I think we never used the lobster tank. We had one in there before. Now we have a tank with 2 pet turtles. We have 2 pet turtles. I think we've been had those turtles now maybe 7 to 8 years.
Now, people don't get this wrong. That's
Yeah,
not cooter stew.
Not cooter stew. Some people offer to buy them though, but they not for sale. Well, that's the only live thing we have in the tanks.
Well, I know, like I said, some of I can imagine. I don't know the life of a lobster, how long to stay in there or what, but then you have to feed them, and
Yeah.
I just never won't pick nothing out that looked at me. Now, shrimp. Do you have a lot of shrimp?
Yes.
Do you what they call it, devein it?
Well, a lot of the times, we do shrimp with, that has the shell on, but a lot of our customers, they like to get it and go. So they want it already peeled, they want it already deveined. So when they get home, they can just rinse it, prep it up, put in the oven, sear it, whatever they're going to do to it, and go.
Yeah. Now, we was talking before we went to the commercial about before you was cooking there, cooking the fish for people. They would tell you how they want to cook like that, but now you're going to no longer do that, correct?
Correct. So like I said, when we first started, we started as a fresh market, and we kind of got into a restaurant, and then I tried to wing us back to a market, and the people was like, "No, you're gonna keep cooking for us." So, like I said, overall, we've enjoyed our years cooking seafood. Now we've completely shut the kitchen down, so we are 100% fully a fresh seafood / meat market.
And I like what you said, that you've added something there for people that maybe doesn't have the luxury of coming in and they got with EPT cards.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So tell a little bit about that.
Yep. So with us doing so, I tried to implement this for years, and for some reason we just haven't been fortunate enough to be able to implement SNAP benefits and EBT benefits at this location. So like I say, we just completely shut the kitchen down.
Right.
Just so we can better serve our community.
Okay.
So now we're actually in position now where we can offer more inventory, more so different, stuff outside of seafood also, from your fresh produce to your beef to your pork. You name it. We gonna have it stocked from duck to, you name it, and it just opens up the door. Like I said, a lot of my customers, they're on fixed income,
Right.
and sometimes, they may have a loved one bring them out first of the month. They go out, do their shopping, do their bill pay. Hey, they want to grab seafood. They want to stop by and get, a few pounds of brim or a couple of pounds of hamburger meat or 20 pounds of wings, but they can't use their SNAP or EBT benefits. So they have to go to Spartanburg. or other places. So now we're set up where we can keep all of that at home.
Right, and be fresher.
There you go.
I mean, because that way, and you know yourself, you know, fixed income, and a lot of they hate driving
Right.
far away, and I think that you're going to see a big, huge rush when they start getting all these houses built.
Yes.
Because you know, I think that what you have there is very unique. Because you know, you go to the grocery store, you know, you see a few there because they got to have so much of all this other stuff, bologna and all that other stuff in there. But in your place there, you've got a wide variety.
Yep.
I was really shocked when I came there to see all the variety that you had. I'm not a huge fish eater.
You like me?
I stick with flounder, and that's about it.
I'm the same way.
Now, when in there, now you got your own recipe of seasoning and stuff. Mm-hmm. Will you be marketing that?
Yes. So I'm gonna sell my breader that we use. A lot of people always ask, so, you know, what do we bread in? And no, it's not House of Autry. But yes, we're gonna sell our breader. We're gonna sell our seasoning. We're gonna sell our garlic butter sauce. My partner Corey LeBou, he has his sauce, that sauce in there. Donald Giz, he sell his family's mustard barbecue sauce. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So, you know, everything that I utilize, from the cooking oil to the plates to, I mean, anything that you can think of that you can go to Sam's or to a market to buy,
Right.
we're gonna stock it.
Well, that way, if they're going to have a fish fry, have a family member, a family reunion, they can come over and say, okay, they can get everything right there, right?
Correct.
With the seasons.
That's
Now,
the plan.
Right. Do you have you ever thought about doing a cookbook just on fish?
Cookbook? Nah, I never really thought about doing it.
You'll be surprised how many people
Yeah.
that do not know how to prepare fish.
You're right. A lot of people, when they come in and purchase, I think that's one of the better parts about it. I get to talk to people and interact with people. You may have somebody come in and, you know, they may have scallops at a local seafood house and they want to prepare them themselves. So they may ask me, hey, how do I prepare these? You know, so just sharing recipes and talking to people, you know, about food and how to cook, like it's
Right, because
special.
My wife, I produce a cooking show for her, and she cooks the everything from scratch, the old school way, you know.
Right.
And she did one just recently on mashed potatoes, and you would be surprised how many people do not know how to prepare mashed potatoes from scratch.
Right.
And so it's a learning tool, and showing them how to do it. Because myself, if I come down there and said, okay, I want to get me some mullets, I wouldn't know how even to cook
How to
them.
prepare 'em,
I'd
yeah.
have to go Google it or something, you know. And you know, when you do that, you're getting anybody's recipe, so it might be good for them, but bad for you. So I think that what you're doing and changing that around where they can get all the spices and all the things like that, I think it's going to be a good thing for you.
Appreciate
Now
it.
come out for your next recipe book and
Right.
put your chef hat on, and also so that way you're not cooking it, you're teaching them how to cook.
Teach them how to cook.
That's right.
I never thought about that.
So yeah, because I know you got many different ways how to prepare these things.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get here in just a moment into your next adventure,
Okay.
and which is the Highway 9 Grill. That'll be coming up, and I got some questions there to ask you too. We'll talk about the menu. We'll talk about a lot of things there also, and just let people know that, you know, that the Fresh Seafood on Main not closing.
No.
It's just
Hey,
there
lady.
for you, that you buy the fish and you prepare it the way that you like it.
There you go.
Now, does anybody, I know you got some older folks, generations coming in, that's been cooking fish for years and years. Did they ever tell you some of the recipes or how to do it?
Yes. I remember when I first opened, I had this couple. They came in from Charleston, and she had literally handed me like a stack of recipes. And to this day, I still use her crab cake recipe. I had another couple from Virginia. They gave me their oyster Rockefeller recipe.
Wow.
And I still use their recipe. So Yeah.
Now that you're not going to be doing cooking there like that, do you cook at home?
Yes and no. You finna get me hurt now. I used to cook a lot at home, and I think in the last couple of years now, my wife she enjoys cooking more, and we enjoy her cooking even more.
That's like my wife. I do the same
Yeah.
thing.
So now I'm not in the kitchen at home as much,
Right.
So
Well,
it works out.
it's like my last cooking show from wife did. She's cooked pork chops like this as well. My husband, he told me about this recipe here on how to do this when he used to cook.
Right.
But she cooks so good, I don't need to do it no more.
Yeah, she getting us spoiled now, so.
All right, we'll be right back right after Keepsake Jewelers messages to us to go on out there. Christmas is coming up, and be sure to buy that big old diamond for your wife or your loved one, or all kind of things they'll have for this coming Christmas. And we're going to come back and talk about Highway 9, the new restaurant that Stanley's going to be opening up.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
Okay, we're back. Hope you're learning some things here, and you know the place to go get fresh fish and a wide variety. And I tell you what, you can give them a call. I'm going to have them give you a number there to the Fresh Fish on Main, where if you have a particular type of fish that you're looking for, I guarantee you he probably can find it real good for you. And we're going to talk a little bit about now about his new adventure, which is going to be, let me get some numbers up here. There we go. One man show, it's like a one man band. You got to push a button here and here, right here. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about your new enterprise. What got you thinking of? And now this is down towards Lockhart, Lockhart. And first of all, give people the number of the fresh seafood on Main that they can.
Fresh Seafood on Main is 864-441-6008. That's 200 South Gatberry Street, Union, South Carolina, 29379.
Right, it's right downtown. You can't miss it. Just ask someone. Now, you had this. What all of a sudden just did you sleep in one night and say, "Bang,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna do this"? How did you come up with wanting to open up another? Well, I'm not going to say you don't have the restaurant now, but you have
Right.
fresh seafood. But
God's plan. Honestly.
well, that's a good plan.
Right. I say I just show up every day, and I'm just living my dream. Honestly, 2 years ago when we moved back to Union, I don't think I really had any intention on opening a restaurant here in Union. We looked at, and I always wanted to open a place on our side of town, like in Columbia, like off Killian Road,
Right.
Clemson Extension, somewhere in that area. But I say just God's plan. Just his plan. I had a buddy of mine who was, my partner, Raheem. He just gave me this vision one day, and I already had a business plan wrote for this place. It was called Lemonade grill and bar. And, you know, when he got to tell me, it's like, man, you know, I've been working at Carolina Seafood about 16 years. He was like, you know, I predominantly dealt with seafood and I've only cooked seafood. He was like, you know, I want to kind of branch out where now I can get in my own restaurant. So when I seen, you know, how passionate he was about it, I said, all right, I'll find us a building. And one thing just led to another one. I talked to the Mr. Jeff Bailey, the sheriff of Union County, and he actually owned this property that I'm in now. And, you know, we just talked about it one day and, you know, kind of kicked it around for a little while, and we just got some traction and worked it out, and here we are, Highway 9 Grill.
So you started putting some numbers together.
There you go.
Right here. Now, when I first came to Union, I went to work for C.D. Wade when they had CDs downtown.
Yeah.
And I managed that for them for a good little while. And I always thought that building was very unique inside. You know, the train coming right by it, you know, steakhouse, and unfortunately it changed hands several times, and now it's just kind of crumbling like. Now, tell people where this is going to be located at.
We're located approximately 10 minutes outside of the city of Union. So we're in the county. It's off Highway 9, hence the name Highway 9 Grill. If you come to Lockhart, we only have a few places. We have the Hot Spot. It's literally right in between the Hot Spot and Denton Gas Company.
Oh, okay.
That's where we located, right off of number 9.
Well, you know, now, how did you come up with the logo? And you can see this logo right beside him on his name right there.
The logo, I don't know. I think I took I took my son's, one of his logos that we did, and we took the badge and I played around with it a little bit, and we kind of put some flames in it and different stuff. And I had one of his buddies, Mr. Washington, Darius Washington. Shout out to Washington. That's who did our logo. He did the final product, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, right. Well, it looks good. I liked it. I said, man, that's a pretty good logo. and I like the flyer that you put out there, too, that just made it just stand out. I know y'all, this is a very busy week for y'all because you're going to be opening up starting this Thursday. Yes. Let people know your hours and days that you're open.
All right. So we're going to start out this Thursday. We're going to do ribbon cutting ceremony. So anybody want to be involved in that, we're going to do that from 10 to 10:30. And we'll be officially open at 11 o'clock. So we're open from 11 to 10 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we're going to start on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then eventually we'll start getting into the Sunday dinners.
Okay. Yep. Now, you're going to be open from 10?
From 11 a.m. to
10.
To 10 p.m.
That should be some good long hours.
Right.
Now, are you going to be doing some of the cooking? Do you have a chef there? I noticed I seen something about a chef that you have.
Right. So I'm not going to be doing the cooking per se. But I brought in a chef. This project was very, very unique for me. It's my first time really having a full kitchen, you know, so now I get to play around a little bit in the kitchen. I get to play with the menu. So now people get to see and experience who I am through my food.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. We got Chef Allen. He's been a professional chef a little over 10 years now. He specializes in French and Spanish dishes, and he's American dish also. So he brings something very authentic. It's very different. I mean, he want to make the fettuccine noodles from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's my wife's favorite.
Yeah. So he's very different. I'm a cook. I'm not a chef. You know, I grew up in Big Mama's house cooking on the stove, so I'm a cook. But this guy, he's special, man. I mean, he's very special. You know, it just worked out. You know, it just worked itself out. You know, he's teaching me stuff in the kitchen. I'm showing him stuff in the kitchen. You know, we're all learning together. And like I say, the menu that we put forth is awesome.
Yeah, I know that it's a big difference in the chef and, like you said, a cook, where to me, the cook is there. Put all this a plate here, goes over there.
Right.
Where chefs, he's going to make that food look. The presentation is going to make it
amazing.
taste better.
Yes.
Than
the ingredients.
Yes.
Organic. I mean, just awesome. Every sauce, he makes his sauce from scratch. I mean, he's awesome.
Wow. And now, are you going to? Is this going to be? We have wait staff.
Yes.
Come in and sit, because I know some places you go in and order and sit down like that. But so you'll have a wait staff.
Yeah, so it's full service. So you will be able to come, sit in, bring your family. It's very family friendly. So we encourage you to bring your family. We don't serve alcohol.
Right.
We're real big on that. But we just want to create that family environment.
Okay.
So
What is your seating capacity?
Seating capacity right now, we can hold with indoor and outdoor seating around 60 people.
Okay.
So it's not a very big place, but we're going to pack a punch.
Right.
Because the way we have the back kitchen set up and the logistics set up in the building, it's awesome. It's very 21st century. We're going to get you in and get you out. So basically you come in, you go to the register, you can scan the QR code, or we'll have paper menus. You can look at the menu, you place your order. Once you place your order, you pay, you get your drinks. Cashier give you a buzzer, you pick your seat. Once your plate comes out the kitchen, you get buzzed, come up, grab your plate, sit down, have your dinner.
Oh, so you high tech.
Yeah. There you go. That comes with that experience.
Yeah, we talked about that today. But it's so it's really going to be now when they scan that code, will it bring up everything on the menu?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about the food here in a minute. Now, say, are you going to offer catering? That's something that you talk about.
Yes. So we are going to get back into doing catering again. Now that I have the staff and the kitchen capacity to do so, so we're going to offer catering. Also, we're only open 3 days, so we're going to also rent the place. So say you want to have a private birthday dinner, a baby shower, a family reunion, whatever have you, just a private dinner with your wife or your loved one. You want to book a chef, or you want the grill master to come. Whatever you need, we're going to book it.
Well, that's going to be unique,
So, yeah.
especially around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That would be a neat thing to have set up for at least little parties and gathering up for the debutantes.
There you go.
And so they're always looking for a place too. But I think I like the idea of the chef being there and, like I said, creating. And if I know most chefs, and like the way you talk about him, is that he creates flavor and creates the dishes that maybe we don't even think about
right.
and putting them together.
Right.
Like peanut butter and jelly is what I put together. That's it. And all. So now I've seen some of the pictures that you've got out there that you've done inside. It looks, it looks great. I like the artwork on the table and this kind of brightness. And when you open up this coming Thursday, are you expecting a big crowd, or are you just kind of anxious, or just?
Well, I keep telling my wife I'm a little nervous, and she like, "Hey, this is only like your 12th business. Why you nervous?" And I think for me, like I said, it's my first time having a full kitchen where people can literally come sit down.
Right.
So you're getting reactions in real time. Where with Seafood on Main, you come, you buy your plate, you get it to go.
Right.
So you're going to talk crap about me at home. Where now, and I say I'm a little nervous, but at the same time, I'm just excited. I'm super excited to be doing something, in my community where I grew up at. So for me, it's just like everything is coming full circle. It's like, completion.
Well, with you being a native here and had businesses here, a lot of people know you. I think a lot of people are excited about having something new. I know the people that's lived in Lockhart,
Man.
They are really excited about it.
Yeah, we got our chest poked out, man. We coming with it.
That's it, and I think that's going to be a great thing for that community down there because it's so many people talked about what's dying out here, right here, but you're bringing life back there.
Yes.
And people remember those things. Like the mill used to be there. Used to be like a restaurant there before, and it's just bringing stuff back. And especially some good food. We're going to go to one more sponsor one more time, and then we're going to come back and we're going to ask you all about your menu and that good food and make our mouths water.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants. Fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
All right, we're back, and now we want to know the good part here, and that is the food.
Food.
Yes. What are some of the appetizers that you're going to have?
Some of the appetizers. So I tell you, when I put this menu together, what I did, me and my wife, we eat out a lot.
Right.
We're big foodies.
We are too.
Yeah, we go to, 5-star dining to some of the hole in the walls that you probably don't want to visit, but you find some of the most amazing dishes and you get some of the best inspiration. So when I created this menu, I took all of my favorite dishes from all of my favorite restaurants. I just put them on one menu. Wow. I figure I can't lose that away.
Well, like you said, when wife and I, we go out of town somewhere, we try not to hit the chain ones.
Right.
We like to hit the ones that
you know nothing about.
Right. And just try it out.
Willie Sue's.
We've made some great discoveries and some not so good great discoveries.
Hey, that too. But some of the appetizers, of course, we bought our fried oysters. They were a hit at Seafood on Main. Mm-hmm. So we got those as an appetizer. We got homemade spinach and artichoke dip. He makes this from scratch. The stuffed shrimp. We have queso dip.
Your stuffed shrimp, what's the stuff with crab meat? Or?
It's a jumbo shrimp, 1620 shrimp. It's lightly breaded in panko, and it's stuffed with Monterey Jack cheese.
Oh, okay.
And it's deep fried.
Wow.
Yeah, we have queso dip, and we have boneless wings on the appetizer menu.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to have wings.
Yeah, got to have those wings.
Now, you offer different sauces to dip them in, I imagine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we have different sauces. I don't know off the top of my head, but we do have different sauces for your wings. I know lemon pepper. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite.
So we have a good lemon pepper recipe. I know we have buffalo. I know teriyaki, but I'm not sure the others.
Well, my wife and them probably would try the artichoke and stuff like that. I'm not a vegetable person.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Now, okay, you got your appetizers. Now, salads. I know that sometimes people just use one salad. This is, tell us about the salads or
right.
soups with it, or
So we do have a salad menu. We have our regular house salad. We have our Caesar salad, and then we have the veggie salad. My favorite is the veggie salad, hands down. That's a recipe my wife actually gave me. I don't know where she found it at, the TikTok somewhere. But when she started preparing it, it has bell peppers, baby cucumbers, sweet peppers, red onions, sun-dried tomatoes, and we use a raspberry vinaigrette. Like, it is the bomb. It's a very crispy salad, and it's literally all veggies, no tomatoes, no lettuce, so it stays fresh and crisp longer.
Right.
And it's amazing.
I got my vote on tomatoes. I'm not a tomato fan. Edna loves vegetables like that. She'll love that salad.
Yeah, I am too.
What is your house salad? What does this have on it?
The house salad is just a regular iceberg, lettuce, tomato, cucumber type salad with cheddar cheese.
Okay. Now the dressings, will there be something that your chef and yourself will be making?
He actually made a avocado lime ranch. Yes, so I got that from Chick-fil-A. I gotta have my avocado lime ranch. I don't care what I'm eating, chicken wrap, chicken salad. I want avocado lime ranch. To me, it complements the salad very well. The avocado, and then having the lime, and then having that ranch flavor with a little sprinkle of fresh cilantro. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, of course, you'll have probably regular French and Thousand Island. That's or
blue
blue cheese. Now, are you going to have any types of soups?
Soups, we don't have any soup on the menu, but we plan on implementing the soups on our daily special. So we'll run a daily special for, lunchtime from 11 to 3. And, as the weather progress and get a little more nippier, we get into the soups, your chicken stews and your oyster stews and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay. Are you going to have specials, dinner specials that you'll be running, or is this just going to be what's on your menu there, or can people mismatch, or if they wanted a steak and fish?
Yeah. So basically, the way we're going to do it, we're going to have our set menu daily, but we're going to have a separate menu just to run specials, so we can really play around in the kitchen. I'd say from 11 till 3 p.m. And, it'll be discounted down because it'll be, during lunch. So you probably get like a meat and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Now, steaks.
Oh, we got steak.
Yes. Tell me about your steaks. That's
we got steaks. I'm not a big steak guy, but when I do get the notion for a steak, it has to hit. I mean, it has to be a winner chicken dinner. And that's what I really honed in, with our chef, was the steak recipe. We got to have a solid steak recipe. Everybody cooks steak, but you can tell when somebody really takes their time and really put the finishing touches on the steak. So we're going to offer a 10-ounce sirloin, and we're going to offer a 10-ounce ribeye. Both are great cuts of meat. Is been hand-picked, so I'm very picky about my choices of cuts and choices of meat. And the recipe that he has is simple, but it is the bomb.
Wow.
Yeah. I knew that first day when we got in the kitchen together, and he took his olive oil, and he took fresh garlic, and he just put in this big old pot, and he just wrapped it in foil and put like a Christmas tree to me, but it was rosemary and all this stuff and basil leaf, and he just baked it in the oven for like an hour. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You got the whole place smelling like garlic. He was like, oh, well, that's what I cook my steaks in. I said, oh my God. Then he made his homemade butter. Like, you're gonna love it.
Well, it's nothing worse than going and I've done this, order a steak and it comes out and it's just steak. There's no seasoning. There's
don't have no carrots.
It's just like, I have to sit there and
put all that sauce on it.
And do that myself. So you're going to have the ribeye and sirloin, T-bone.
We will get into T-bone. Right now, I'm just trying to see which way we're going to go for a distributor.
Yeah, because I know that T-bone's one of my favorite cuts
yeah,
because
mine too.
you got like 3 different type of meats there.
Yep. You got that flavor.
Yes.
That bone.
What about a hamburger steak?
Hamburger steak, we're gonna leave that to Joe. We're gonna leave that to Joe. With the menu, I try not to do the same dishes that everyone else is doing.
Right.
So a lot of times when I do stuff, I try to stay in my own unique lane and create a market there. I can tell you something else unique we have on the menu besides the steaks. It's the ribs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're doing beef short ribs. So that's something different. Now, a lot of people offer beef short ribs. A lot of times we get pork ribs.
Right.
When we order ribs. So I think that's something, kind of different and unique for us. We also have burgers. We offer a turkey burger. We got this giant house burger that is crazy. We have homemade shrimp burgers, like an 8-ounce shrimp burger made from scratch, from peeling the vein shrimp. So, I mean, it's great. I mean, we use fresh Carolina shrimp on those shrimp burgers, and it's amazing. We have our kids menu, of course. We have seafood. We have an 8-ounce blackened salmon. We have the fish and chips. We have the jumbo Carolina shrimp. We have our homemade crab cakes. We also have a chicken menu also. We have wings, chicken tenders, and everything is fresh. It's not breaded.
Right.
Tenders are
Not
cut in the
not
house.
frozen out of the box.
Yeah,
and shaken out.
yeah.
Mrs. Paul's.
There you go. We have a grilled chicken breast. We have a grilled chicken breast sandwich, a fried chicken sandwich. Like I say, it's all fresh. It's not pre-breaded. And another unique item was the pasta.
I'm going to ask you about the pasta.
Yeah, we have an amazing pasta recipe. We do the blackened shrimp Alfredo. We have the classic broccoli and chicken Alfredo also. And, of course, we just do the broccoli Alfredo. And
Well, that's my wife's favorite Alfredo. She gets where she goes to a place and it's great. She just goes on and on.
we the same way. We the same way. Olive Garden for us.
Yes.
By Westgate Mall. Like the service is excellent. The food always hit every time we go. So,
what are some of the things going to be on the kids menu where people will say, well, I'm not going to take. They may not have nothing that my kid
Right.
like.
Well, kids menu. I listen to my kids. So we have a 3-year-old, 7-year-old, 11-year-old. We eat out a lot.
Right.
So all the things that they like, from the chicken nuggets to the corn dogs, the cheeseburger, the quesadillas. They like the mac and cheese. They like the fruit and seasoned fries. Yeah. So same stuff my kids eat. I'm pretty sure everybody else's kids eat it.
Well, we go out to eat. We go out. Our family is about every Friday. We go out somewhere to eat like that. There's one place we go to, and I always order. I want a corn dog, and they bring out a nice big old corn dog like that. And they look at it and say, "Oh, it looks good." It is. Now, most important, dessert. Any kind of dessert?
Yes. Before we get to dessert, I want to talk about the sandwich menu.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we have a special sandwich. And I found this sandwich. We were visiting. We were in Florida somewhere. We took the kids down on vacation, and we went to this little swanky spot. And before we went out for a fishing trip, and I ordered the Monte Cristo. And when I tell you this sandwich was absolutely amazing, the chef that prepared this sandwich, I'm a sandwich guy. I don't eat very heavy. I'm a sandwich guy. But definitely try that Monte Cristo sandwich. It is amazing. We serve it with a homemade raspberry vinegar puree, and it's awesome.
Wow.
It is awesome.
Well, you got a wide menu there.
Right. Dessert, we have cheesecake, New York style cheesecake. I think we have some flavors, for people who like to put the cherries or the wet walnuts and stuff like that. We have the old fashioned pecan pie. So we have
my favorite too.
Yep, we have the pecan pie, and we got Granny's strawberry cake. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm a strawberry fan.
Yes.
Well, you had a wide menu. Just listening to all that what you have.
It's some good stuff.
It's gonna be great, and we're gonna have to we're going to have to make a trip down there because we usually go out and eat, our whole family, every Friday.
Yeah.
We pick somewhere. Where you want? Let's go here. So you're on the list.
All right.
All this right here. That sounds great. And it's unfortunately we're getting close
Yes.
out here. It's at the top of the hour. Appreciate you coming. And
Thank you
we
for having us.
Pray that your business is going to go flourish.
Yes.
It sounds like it's going to be a great time
Oh, yeah.
to come down and eat.
We're going to have some fun.
People just line up out at the door.
We're going to have fun.
And, all right. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and hope you got your hungry on, because that's coming up this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Come on down at 11 o'clock. You'll have plenty of time from 11 till 10 p.m. And, hey, this is a new restaurant. And not only that, if you listen to all this food you had, it is great. So take care. We enjoyed having you in our homes today. And stay tuned to next week. Our next week guests will be at the fair. And we're going to talk a little bit about next week's fair. So, I'm Jerry McKee, and thank you for watching Prime Time. And we will see you next Monday.